Hi, everybody. I would like to talk about something that, well, it's kind of a sensitive subject, and maybe some will like this conversation, and maybe some won't. But I think that we need to talk about this. I would like to talk about dads and moms, specifically when a couple gets together and has a baby or babies. Things don't work out for the couple, and then children are used as pawns. Sometimes, if we can be real, by the mother. The mother is very angry if the father, the husband, boyfriend, decides to leave, or things just don't work out for whatever reason. Now, my granddaughter is a month and a week old tomorrow. I believe it's a month and a week. Okay. And we had a very long talk about this. And there have been some difficulties in the relationship. And I said to him, Emma did not ask to come here. And this is not about you or her. It's about, meaning the woman, the mother. It's not about you or mama. It's all about Emma. That is the attitude that I took with my son when he was a baby. And his father decided that, you know, doing drugs was more important. Getting high was more important. Quitting jobs left and right, but I digress. I made up in my mind that my son was the most important thing. He did not ask to come here. And I left an open-ended invitation. Anytime Daddy wanted to come, anytime he could come. And in the very beginning of it, he would come every weekend and visit him. As Alan got a little bit bigger, he would come, and take him. But then the visits became less and less. And eventually he stopped coming. And it was just me until I remarried, you know. But that's many, many years ago. There was a certain set point at 11 or 12. My son wanted to see his dad, and of course, I knew how to get in contact with him through my ex-sister-in-law. Made the phone call, handed my son the phone, got up and walked out of the room. He came back a few minutes later very disappointed. It just did not go the way he thought it would go. And it hurt him. And when he found out he was going to be a dad, he said, I am going to prove to my father, or as he said, my sperm donator, because he was angry, that I could be a better dad for her than he was to me. Now, of course, in my life, I never knew my father. I found out about him when I was about 15 or 16, as I had said before. A gentleman comes in and says, I'm your father, and I'm like, oh, okay. But he was never in my life, I never experienced the birthdays, the advice, a man to show me how a young lady should be treated. Because if we're real, a father, a dad, will show a daughter how she is to be treated by a man. You open the door for her. Things are too big, you carry them for her. you're showing her, how she is to be received, treated, respected, that kind of thing. And then she's learning about a husband and watching you with your wife, her mother. A boy needs a father in his life. He needs that male influence to teach him the ins and outs of being a man. Now, if the couple breaks up, the dad should be in his life, and children should not be used as pawns because you're angry. Eventually, it will hurt them. Daughters need their fathers, sons need their fathers, and we need to start working this out. Don't let the enemy step in. We have to set, women are very emotional. And like I've said to my son before, when we've had conflicts or he has asked my advice about things, I said, look, I'm going to take the emotion out of this conversation and I'm going to just tell you the facts. This, that, and this, and that was wrong. And I was very fair about it. I go, now, what do you think? And then he would say, well, I think that wasn't fair. And then we would sit and work it through, as he got older. When he was younger, he got a spanking. I don't care what others may say about that. I believe in spanking your children, not beating your children to the point of ridiculousness, but after you've told them and told them and told them and they won't listen, a few good, swats on the hiney, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. In my opinion. I saw a video that really touched me. Okay. There's a young man on the Arsenio Hall show. And he was just, in a poetic fashion, I guess you could say. He was, just expressing his feelings as a dad not being able to see his child, his son, as much as he should. Now, this video comes from another YouTuber. The title caught my eye. Can't recall the title, but it is Mr. Tommy Sotomayor's video. Now, love him or not love Tommy Sotomayor, the video is what I'm talking about. The video after he introduces it, what the young man says, that's what I want to get to. Okay, so I will put a link to this, let's see, down here somewhere in the description box. I want us to start rethinking, the role of the father in a child's life. If you know of someone as a grandmother to be, or your grandmother, and a grandfather, I think it's important that we can't tell our adult children what to do, but we can certainly let them understand that a father isn't a good father. A good father is an intricate part of a child's life, and if at all possible, should be part of a child's life. Okay. Anyways, that's all I had to say about this. It's been on my heart for a while, Yeah. I wish I had Daddy's shoulder to cry on when I was a youngster. And I'm sure there's a lot of children out there that wish the same thing. You guys take good care of yourselves and just check out the link, okay? Bye-bye. I'll see you on my next video.